right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. Dutch Mantell, loud with the loud claps right in the microphone. Welcome to Smack Talk. Rick Ucchino, SP3, and the man himself, the legend, Dutch Mantell, with you here on another episode of Smack Talk here on the Sportskeeda Wrestling YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Guys, holy hell, how great was it to see 14,000 screaming fans at the open of the show tonight?
It was a good show. Really good show. And they needed those fans.
Yeah.
Big time. They needed those fans.
You aren't kidding, because this was like, we were talking before we came on the air. This, to me, if the fans aren't there tonight, I don't know how I'm feeling right now. Because right now I'm sitting here going, all right, that was a good show. Rock solid show. No fans are there. I don't think I'm saying that right now.
It was not a different show, but it was different in the fact that we haven't had fans in 16 months, and they came out with so much energy. Everything got elevated because of their reactions. So I think that, if you put this show in the Thunderdome, I'm probably reacting to it very differently. Certain stuff I didn't like throughout the night, but everything was made better by the fans. And I'm so glad WWE has fans back. And the reaction that we saw on social media says that this is going to be a big rating show as well. So, and next week has a hook as well with the double location. So it seems that WWE has some momentum going into this Sunday.
Well, it was the same talent, basically.
Yeah.
Finn Balor was the only new one on there, right? That we have.
Yes. The return of Finn Balor to the main roster. That was dude got a great pop. I forgot what it was like seeing the lights flash and the arms go up and the fans out there going nuts for him. I forgot what that looked like. That was really, really nice to see. We'll talk about Mr. Finn Balor and what that could mean for SmackDown as we move forward. But let's just kick off with the opening of the show, which I thought was perfect. You knew Vince was going to be the first guy out there tonight. Yeah,
what a glory hog. The first pop for live fans, and Vince had to be the one to get it.
They were all for it.
Of course.
No chance in hell comes out and the crowd's going nuts. They go, no chance in hell. And here's the thing, Vince didn't milk it. He didn't sit there and give some 20-minute speech and eat up time. He just popped up there and said, where the hell y'all been? And it was perfect. I legit just lost my ass laughing at that. And that was it. That's all it needed to be. Boom. Roman Reigns music hits. And I couldn't tell what kind of a reaction that was. But my God, it was a reaction.
That was a superstar reaction, because the top star in WWE for the past, it seems like 20 years, gets that type of reaction. You have people that are cheering them. You have people that are booing them. You have people that are both cheering and booing at the same time. And that was just a amazing reaction for Roman Reigns. I loved it.
It was a very John Cena-esque reaction.
Indeed. Very good spot. And I was, of course, everybody's thinking they're going to go in there, they're going to talk, especially when the Mysterio started to come out. But then they got into the match, and they had a hell of a match too.
Yes, they did.
Good way to kick it off. And the fans, they helped out more than anything else. The guys were pumped. So, hey, my screen keeps going out. You
keep dropping in and out. So,
it's me. See?
Yeah.
See? You see how he is, Sid? It's always me.
I'm just saying.
I'm going to tell you, I got to say this. Kenny Bolin was right about you, Rick. I talked to him this week. Hey, is he trying to get on the show or something?
Yeah, he says he's going to stop in about 25 minutes or 20 minutes or so. He says
he did not. Did he say that, really?
Yes, he did.
And the fans already want Kenny Bolin to pop on in, who was here with us last week and pretty much just took over the damn show. So he's going to try and evade in. It's like Matrix 3. It's like he's Agent Smith. He's just worked his way in, and now he's just infiltrating all of SK Wrestling.
He was with me earlier today for the Money in the Bank preview. Go check that out if you want to hear.
How long did that show go? How long did that show?
We got it done in 1 hour and 5 minutes. I was very proud of myself. I was very proud of myself.
You were able to rein him in.
I was very
if he
proud of
tries to
myself.
take over the show tonight, I'll just boot him out of here.
No, he understands. I told him today I have 1-year-old twins, so he's like, "Oh, you don't even have a life." He's like, "I'm gonna make sure I don't make this go 90 minutes to 2 hours." So I trust him. I trust Kenny. We bonded.
Well, he'll be here in the next 20 minutes. And guys, as great as the reaction that Roman Reigns got tonight, I think the pop of the night was Edge. Like everybody was waiting for Edge to come out. That music hit. There was no doubt about is Edge over or not. He's effing over. That crowd lit up, and you could just see Edge coming out, and he's just like begging for more and just running up and down. Like I got overwhelmed when Edge came out tonight. That was my welcome back WWE moment. When Edge came out and the crowd lost their minds that much. That was by far to me and still is the moment of the night. Just again, the crowd just helping make this show tonight.
I like what they did to start the show because you got Vince, you get the No Chance in Hell, then you got Roman with that superstar reaction. Then I actually like the Mysterio entrance. I said it on Twitter. This was the most emotion and reaction that I've seen from Dominic Mysterio in his entire career. I don't think the guy has that much charisma, but he showed genuine emotion and he was so happy to be in front of fans for the first time in his young career. Yeah, ever in his young career. So
he felt the energy. He felt the energy from the fans, which got him going. And then when Edge came, the roof come off.
That is a super over babyface Hall of Fame type of reaction, and it made WWE look smart for going the direction of making Edge a full-on babyface because they kind of, made that weird build to WrestleMania because they wanted Daniel Bryan to be the babyface because they thought the fans in Tampa would cheer for Daniel Bryan. But we saw in Tampa at WrestleMania, they reacted to Edge like a babyface, and then we saw here in Houston back in the same place where he returned in 2020. It was just a great reaction, a great way to start the show. And we needed the commercial break before the match started to kind of catch our breath after that Edge reaction.
Yeah, usually I don't like a commercial break like right before the match gets underway. But yeah, it was kind of a nice, all right, let's reset. That was effing cool. The crowd reactions were great. Now let's get into the match. And you know what? The one person I was watching the most in this match was Dominic Mysterio. And Dutch, tell me if I'm wrong. He did not look at the moment, did not look too big for him. He looked prepared. He looked like a seasoned vet, and I thought he looked great in this matchup.
Well, he was over by just being with that group, just being in the group. He was over. Yeah. He's in there with them. So if he's in there with them, he's got to be as good as they are. And I'm gonna tell you, the kid's come a long way. How long has he actually been in the ring? 4 months.
Almost 1 year.
Almost
a year.
His debut last year was against Seth Rollins at SummerSlam, so he's closing in on 1 year.
Well, he's come a long way in a year. And here's a guy who didn't start first match, second match, third match. I don't know where he started, but he started mid-card and moved up, didn't he?
That first match he had with Seth Rollins was pretty decently high up on the card, and obviously it was a no-holds-barred match, so there were a lot of, hitting people with chairs and things like that could, make the match not easier per se, but you could
smoke and mirrors.
Smoke and mirrors. You could hide some things with that. But yeah, since then it has been a slow climb. And now he's getting a run with the tag team titles, and they'll have to defend them on Sunday on the pre-show. Really weird that matchup ends up on the pre-show against the Usos. We do have a question here from DJ Eric. Thoughts on the entrance set tonight? It's basically one big video board. It's not the flashiest set, but man, it looks pretty on television.
Oh, it looked great. You know how much they probably spent on that set? A couple $100,000, I think.
Yes, pretty sure.
Because the WrestleMania set, they spent $1 million on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they built a giant ship. Vince McMahon saw the giant ship in Tampa and said, "Nah, we need a bigger one.
Yeah.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
We need a bigger boat, literally." So yeah, they spent a lot of money on that set in Tampa, but yeah, this one, I don't know. Do you think they're gonna use the same one for Raw? The exact same one?
Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't think they would they?
I think so. I wasn't that impressed by it from like the photos that I saw online, but I do agree that on TV it looked great. It just adds to the entrances and stuff. They're still doing the whole 3D imagery with Roman doing the hoo-ah.
Yeah, it moves now. It
Yes.
didn't move before.
It moved.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they got. I actually like the graphics. I mean, some of them are cheesy, but I love them. I really do think it adds to the entrance, for the television viewer. I mean, it's just.
And that is part of the show. People tune in to see the lights. They see the bells. They see the whistles. They see the stars. They see the lights. They see the fans. And that is the show. Without it, now we think back, how did they go 17 months without that?
Dude,
I mean, you had to keep it going, but it was tough.
Tonight kind of felt like the first Thunderdome show. Like it felt like, after months of quiet and just empty and no seats and not having any kind of sound whatsoever. And then they opened up the Thunderdome show and we went, oh my God, this is so much better. And then about a month in, we're sick of the Thunderdome. We're like, can we get crowds back, please? Tonight was just like a 20-pound weight was lifted off my shoulder as a viewer.
Yeah.
Imagine how the performers felt tonight being out in front of fans again. You could see them and you could tell Roman Reigns was having a lot of fun tonight with that reaction. You could tell.
Yes.
He wanted to like soak it in more, but he played that heel role to perfection tonight. And
the talking trash to the fans as well.
Oh, yeah.
I was loving it.
Yeah. The match itself, I don't know. I kind of would have liked to have seen Dominic get the win here tonight. I could nitpick on that. I understand why they did the finish, get the bloodline going strong, get the Usos a win there heading into the title match. And then you put Edge over at the end with the bar. Roman, not as efficient at getting that bar off the chair as Edge did because he bent it all to hell. But good on Edge for finding a straight spot and then they did the interesting. They made Roman tap out.
Yeah,
that was an interesting because now all of a sudden, Dutch, they're building it up like Edge has a chance to win on Sunday.
Yeah, well, I believe it because they have convinced you that he has a chance to beat Roman. I think the finish was the right team won tonight. I think that the Roman and the Usos needed to win, and then you throw the aftermath in there, and the people kind of forget the finish. They just remember the afterbirth.
Yes.
So, and then we go from there. Great finish, I thought. The whole show was good.
I agree with Dutch.
I wish I could nitpick this show to death, but I can't, so I'm kind of teed off about it.
I agree with Dutch, though. I think that Roman and the Usos needed the win here because they just got back together last week, and we would have had to take a step back if they lost this match. So it made sense. I like the way they did it with them getting the victory in kind of a cheap way with, Jey Uso holding on to the tights on Rey, and then Edge gets his heat back in the post-match and looks strong going into Sunday. I thought the post-match was excellent. I thought the match overall, the opening match was very good, but the post-match was excellent, and it just had the perfect reaction heading into this Sunday.
No, that was good. Very good.
Romeo wants to know, does Dutch remember his first time performing in front of a live crowd like Dominic did tonight?
Yes, I do remember it. Don't remind me. all 7 people asked for their money back.
So what you're saying is it could have.
But I do remember it though.
I mean,
that's something you don't forget.
What were those nerves like for you?
Oh, I wasn't that nervous, but see, I didn't. Some people. When people say, "Are you nervous when you on a WrestleMania crowd when you walk out in front of 82,000 or 90,000 people?" No, I'm not nervous. I don't know why. I'm just not nervous. I remember one night I'm doing an interview, before I get to the ring with Jack Swagger, and I'm talking and talking. I swear to God, I forgot the interview. I forgot the whole thing. And I just stopped. And I looked at Jack. I said, I forgot this damn interview. And he said, well, say this. Oh, yeah, I remember now. And as I was saying, and I just kept on, nobody ever noticed it. I think Vince looked at me like this, like, what the hell are you doing out there? I said, hey, pal, I got it in, So.
So we get the Roman Reigns and the Usos getting the win tonight, and then we commercial come back, and we get that nice exchange, that nice back and forth between Edge and Seth Rollins. Rollins just laughing, not so much in the face, but off to the side of Edge.
Okay, tell me that character. What is that character supposed to be? like the crazy Joker? Or
I think he's just an asshole. I mean, I don't know what else you want me to say. That's just what he is.
I feel like he's trying too hard, honestly.
That's I kind of like the laughing because he laughs, but really it's not that funny and for no apparent reason. And see, Rick, you called him an asshole, and I want you to know one thing. I talked to him last week, and he spoke very highly of you.
I'm glad. I
just want you to know that.
I would love to interview both him and his wife someday. I hope I get to do that. But no, and it's interesting you do bring up the Joker, though, because like that was like the first thing I thought of when they panned off to the side and they had Seth Rollins there. And he's like, yeah, well, that's the Heath Ledger, Joker entrance from the Dark Knight. That's what I immediately thought of as we hopefully we'll get Dutch back in the room. I guess he's having some kind of issues with his
technical difficulties.
Oh, nope, he was there, then he was gone.
It just dropped out.
Yep, got you back.
Boland's probably doing it.
Yes.
Probably somewhere he's pulling cords and doing something.
Yeah, he's outside of your house right now. He's cutting your internet cable. And then he's just going to come in and take over from inside your house on his phone or something like that.
There you go.
But I love the fact the line of the night still for me is, and I'm a sucker for long form storytelling, is Rollins bringing up 7 years ago again and him just saying, I had you by your neck and I didn't pull the trigger, and I'm going to finish what I started after I win Money in the Bank. I loved him sitting there saying, I'm going to win Money in the Bank. I hope you win the Universal Championship because I want to end you. And again, this just makes me want to see this match so much more. And I don't know if Rollins is winning Money in the Bank on Sunday. I don't think he is.
Who do you think is winning it?
Until the finish tonight, I thought Big E, but I don't know at this point.
I think Big E's got a hell of a shot to win it, especially with him losing here. That's how they book the Money in the Bank winner. You lose, you're under the radar, and then you get the big win on Sunday. I am upset because I'm gonna be on the Wrestle Talk podcast live stream for Money in the Bank, and they gave me Seth Rollins as my person to win Money in the Bank. So I'm disappointed in the result tonight of the main event because that makes me believe that Seth has no chance of winning on Sunday. So that's usually how things work.
Who gave you Seth Rollins?
They did like a random drawing and they pulled Seth Rollins' name out. So I have Naomi and I have Seth Rollins. Hey, that's not my pick. I did my picks earlier today.
You make this sound like it's made up or something.
Hey,
pre-planned.
It's pre-planned.
I don't know what gave you that idea.
It's pre-planned. That's not my picks for this Sunday. My picks, I made it on the Money in the Bank preview earlier, so go check that out. Phil Lindsay, Kenny Bolin with me. We did our predictions. That's not my prediction for Sunday. So, but read
the names to me. Who's in Money in the Bank? The guys.
Big E, Shinsuke Nakamura, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Drew McIntyre, John Morrison, Ricochet, and Riddle.
I don't know.
Part of me thinks that, I mean, they got to make somebody, right? Like, this is what we're talking about. Like, especially with the reports of certain superstars coming back here soon, it looks like right off of the bat, right? They're gonna rely on bringing back these already made names. But that's only going to last for so long. You can only, rely on the John Cenas and the Goldbergs and the Brock Lesnar's and whoever the hell else you bring back from a part, even Edge to a certain extent, because he's not on a full-time contract. He's going to take some time off at some point too. You can only rely on these guys for so long. And then what happens when they're gone? So if you're going to
how long is Edge here before you think he may go out?
SummerSlam, maybe.
After SummerSlam, I think he's going to take some time off after SummerSlam.
I think they're going to bring in John Cena, Goldberg, and Edge for a SummerSlam run, and then I think all three of those guys are gone. So at the same time, once you're that's fine. You can bring in those guys for the mainstream audience. I get why they do that, and I understand that. I don't have to like it in the terms of Goldberg, for instance. I don't have to like it, but I understand the move from bringing the casuals back. But at the same time, you got to elevate guys, which is why I think you have to go with somebody like a Big E and set up something big for SummerSlam. Hey, if Big E wins and then we end up getting the Big E dream match with Goldberg, okay, fine. You sold me on that one. But
Baron Corbin. They should bring him back and do something with him. Don't you think? Really?
Oh, I
I
think
mean, he could get us there, buddy.
I think they should be doing plenty.
Hey, I like his
With Baron
character
Corbin.
now. I like his character. You know what other character I like? Otis.
Oh yeah, I love Otis.
I like Otis.
I see way too many people bitching about Otis's character change. I love it. I love him better.
I love it. Hey, for anybody out there bitching about something, don't bitch to us. Hell, call WWE and bitch to them. They're the ones that do something about it. Hell, we're just talking about it, so don't get mad at us. You know what I did enjoy tonight? Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
He was great tonight.
They wanted to cheer him so badly.
They did.
That music popped. They wanted to cheer, and good on Sammy for cutting him off quick. But if I'm WWE, I'm looking at that going, damn, maybe we should make a flip sooner rather than later.
Sami Zayn is one of the best baby faces that WWE has right now. So I wish they would go in the direction of letting him get cheered.
But somewhere in there has to be a connection somewhere down the road between Corbin and Sami Zayn, even if it's just an interview where they sympathize with each other and how they're being picked on and people not understanding them.
Well, they tried that. They tried the whole team Corbin and Sammy together, but that was back before Corbin was a sad sack. So maybe you could bring that back in some way, shape, or form. But I did love what they did with Sammy tonight. They wanted to cheer him. He cut him off. He cuts that heel promo, and then boom, we get our first of what is reportedly many returns, and this is one that genuinely has me excited because this guy had a fantastic run on NXT, completely reinvented himself. This is a guy who can step right into a hole. We talked about Daniel Bryan leaving, creating a void. They have filled that with Edge temporarily. Finn Balor could be a guy who could fill that void long term.
Well, they buy, like you said, they buy time with Edge, and that gives them time to get the next guy in line, get him ready.
So I think, Sammy is at this point where his character is not about building wins necessarily. So this is a good opening program for Finn Balor. These two are going to put on, if they let Sammy wrestle like they do against Kevin Owens, these two are going to put on a hell of a match.
Absolutely. And the thing with Sammy, getting beat doesn't hurt him at all.
No.
It kind of helps him.
He gets his heat back on the mic, but I think this is a good starting point for Finn Balor. I'm begging you, WWE. If anyone from WWE is watching, please don't turn Finn Balor into Smiling Balor again. Please make him.
I got WWE right here.
Thank you, Dutch.
He's getting ready to knock you guys. Watch it.
Thank you. No, I'm not getting ready to knock him. All I'm doing is making a plea that please don't ruin Finn Balor again. You already did that. You already been down that route. You made him Smiling Balor. And it was awful. Please don't ruin him again.
It's not like they have a history of ruining somebody who's incredibly over, forcing them to go completely reinvent themselves.
That is right.
When they come back and then ruin them again. It's not like it's Bray Wyatt all over again. Come on, I have complete faith they won't screw up Finn Balor.
Preach, brother. See, they don't do that stuff anymore. They learned their lesson. They stopped it.
It's a whole new WWE.
Let me ask you something, guys.
Whole new D.
For my own benefit, where is?
Sorry, you dropped that again.
Where is Bray Wyatt?
We don't know. Haven't seen him since the night after WrestleMania, where he got dumped by Alexa Bliss and said, "Hey, everything's going to be all right. Everything's going to be fine. I've got everything I need in life." And then we have not seen him since.
So how many gimmicks have they given him?
Well, he came up with he created two on his own. So he first came up as a part of Nexus as Husky Harris, went back down to NXT, became Bray Wyatt, came up in the Wyatt family with the big bushy beard and everything. Then after, a series of bad booking over the course of 3 years, he goes away for a while, comes back as the Fiend, and now they've given him a series of bad booking again, and now he's completely disappeared again.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
rinse and repeat.
Speaking of
good talent.
Speaking of Bray Wyatt, before Kenny shoots on you and before Dutch shoots on you, I'm going to shoot on Rick real quick because I did an excellent article on the 5 best moments of the Thunderdome. And then I see Rick did his voiceover for a video on that. and then he doesn't use my list, and he tries to remind me of the Firefly Infernal match, which was god awful. I never want to be reminded of that again.
It wasn't that good.
I don't want to be reminded of that again. So don't tell me that's one of the most memorable moments of the Thunderdome. Please.
Let me let you in on a backstage secret. They send me the scripts.
I know. But
you just
you
read them.
Voice.
Don't shoot the messenger on those voices. They just love the dulcet tones, my man. I'm in radio. They love the voice. I read what they send me.
When I see the bosses, I'm gonna cheer. I'm gonna cheer for them. I'm gonna sing their song just like the fans did tonight for Vince McMahon. I'm shooting the messenger. You're Roman Reigns. You're John Cena. You are the voice. So I gotta shoot on you.
All right. Well, I will tell them to send me a script from one of your articles next time. Okay. I will request a SPIII article. Before we bring in our special guest, allow me to reset and plug a few things if I can. I've had a busy week this week. Sat down and talked with Johnny Gargano. I talked with Natalia, and I talked with Nikki Cross, aka Nikki Ash. All of those interviews are up right now in their entirety on the Sportskeeda Wrestling YouTube channel. Please go check them out. Also, for my friends in the greater Cincinnati area, Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, I am giving away 2 tickets to Monday Night Raw, Cincinnati at the Heritage Bank Center on September 27th. I'm giving those away next Friday. All you have to do to register is go on my Twitter feed at Rick Ucchino, retweet my post, follow me, follow SK Wrestling on Twitter. You're registered. Random drawing on Friday. Please go check that out if you're in the area, or if you want to come to Cincinnati. It's a hell of a town. Trust me. Hopefully my Reds win tonight. But let's bring in somebody who is close to the area anyway. Kentucky guy who stole the show last weekend, and he's here to do it again. Kenny Bolin, ladies and gentlemen. How are we doing?
And some say stealing last week's show was petty theft with you on here, but that's okay. I got my man Dutch right here. And kudos to me laying the smackdown on his show last week, demanding that we get Dutch's audio upgraded. He's sounding amazing tonight. I don't know if Miniature Pockets over in India came up with some good headphones for him tonight, but he's sounding good.
Actually, I lost my earphones, and these were fill-ins.
Oh, those are great. Keep using those. You sound as good as the rest of us, man. That's the way to go. Did you get a new camera too? You're looking good, man.
That's just me.
Widescreen. There you go.
That's just
I had
me.
nothing but good things to say about you on the early show today. That's why I'm here tonight. I was just so complimentary and so just kissing your butt as usual.
Well, listen, I want to tell you that Mr. Rick has said that if you try to take the show over, he's just going to boot you out.
Well, he'll have to do that because he ain't man enough to do it. He better do it electronically.
Did you see the show tonight, Mr. Bolin?
I would say I saw 90% of it.
You like it?
Much better than I've been seeing lately. Thought it was a hot opening. Heard some people saying that Sami Zayn should have opened it. That probably wouldn't have gone wrong either. But then again, I think me and Dutch Mantell could have walked out in front of that live crowd threatening to whip each other's ass, and it would have been hot.
Oh, we'd have had a riot.
They were dying for talent.
We'd have had a literal riot. Just me. Just walking down there.
Yeah, just walking down.
Actually, rolling down there is what we do.
Well, I would have rolled. Bad as my knees are. If I'm going to get there, I got to roll.
No, but it was a good show tonight, I thought.
I thought it was solid. And I haven't said that about a WWE show. But then again, I think we're all affected by seeing live people down there at the COVID capital of the world. Those people were jammed in there real tight, and there's a lot of people concerned in the South about how many people getting vaccination shots. So I don't know if I wanted to be one of those guys in there tonight, especially not wearing a mask.
So you think COVID, the people are in there, you think there will be some COVID cases out of that crowd tonight?
We certainly think so, because I would assure you in the state of Texas, there's a lot of people that haven't been vaccinated that were in that building tonight, unless they made you show a card. And I'm not trying to get too political on here. I know we don't do this on this show. We do all that on mine. But I don't know that I'd have been thrilled to be in there, especially with all the news that's coming out about the 7 states in the South and even California now going back to mask mandates. I wouldn't want to be in there. That's just me. I'm an old man, and I'm susceptible, and I'm double vaccinated, and I don't want to be in there.
And there's a whole lot of shows in Texas. We had AEW Fighter Fest Night 1 in Texas. You got SmackDown tonight. You got Money in the Bank on Sunday in Texas, and then you got Raw in Texas again on Monday. So,
wow.
Wouldn't it have been great if one of the guys had come out there wearing a mask and wrestled?
It would have been.
Yeah,
it would have been.
And then,
what did he get her
and then when the match is over, they pull her up and they go, and then pull it back down and they take off.
Who did that accidentally? Who came out on Raw still wearing their mask one time? I forget who that was.
I think it was Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah.
Shelton Benjamin. Yeah.
Good old Shelton. OVW boy. OVW boy.
The Hurt Business comes out and Shelton is still wearing his mask and they catch him perfectly and he takes off the mask and he just goes, yeah.
Well, here we go cussing again. I've started a whole thing over here.
Well, nobody yelled at me last week, so
hey, I don't know if I'm going to get heat for saying this or not, but who thinks that the 18 months that the live crowds have been gone has been a little rough on Vince? Man, that was I went 18 months without seeing Dutch. He didn't age too much. I don't think I've aged a whole hell of a lot. You guys look. Those 18 months look like they've been rough on Vince, especially in the eyes. And it stood out to me like a sore thumb. I'd have wore sunglasses if I was Vince.
Hey, to be fair, he has been going to Dave Chappelle shows, so he might be, a little bit of the ganja. I'm just saying.
He's actually been going. He's actually been going to Chappelle shows.
Yes,
Vince.
Yeah, he
wow.
did. He went to
wow.
I wonder how much you like.
Trump ain't gonna like that.
Yeah, Chappelle could be down the middle a little bit.
He can be. He can be.
Yeah.
I like Chappelle. If he's got programming out there, I'll check it out.
Okay, Kenny, let me ask you something.
Sure.
The King Corbin segment tonight.
Did
he's
you
not
like
the
it?
king anymore.
Did I like it?
Yeah.
No.
Thank God.
No.
Nobody agrees with me.
No.
I liked it.
You liked it?
loved
What'd
it.
you like about it?
I loved it.
Yeah. What'd you like about it?
Because it's good and entertaining and good and stupid.
Well, I'll give
right.
you the stupid. The GoFundMe thing. I need $100,000.
That's
You're
great.
still there. You're getting
That's great.
paid. You're getting
That's great.
paid. Really?
But name something else that would have gotten Corbin over like this is.
Well, nothing's happened.
Getting Corbin over. This was how
I disagree. I don't think he's over.
I didn't say. Wait a minute. Listen, Sid. Do these son of a bitches have hearing problems or what? Did I say he's over?
I hate it when Dutch's mic works. Can
it's-
Dutch get his old mic back?
It's getting him over.
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah, I missed a word out of that.
You missed the whole intent.
I missed the whole intent. I
still
certainly
don't
did.
think it's working. I don't think
It's like what I said about Ric Flair earlier today. It was misinterpreted. I got heat from the boss, and they misinterpreted what I said, but I can't repeat it here. So they missed the key word.
Would you donate? Would you donate to Corbin's fund to get $100,000? Would you do a show to raise money for Baron Corbin?
No.
But Sid has some news for us.
All right, what you got, Sid?
You can't donate to the fund anyway.
Yes. I have, very diligent fans in my camp, in the True Hill camp, and they researched that the Corbin Fund. My boy Romeo is in the live chat. He searched it. The Corbin Fund website does exist, but you're not able to donate funds to him. So let
me see if Dutch agrees with what I would have done with that, because obviously they can't take the money, or you're really going to have some heat. I would have had. We've already reached our goal. We've already got our $100,000, and now the people are really high because that's SOB just made $100,000 off the marks. I would have said we've already reached our goal. We don't want no more money. We got it all.
You asking my opinion?
Yeah,
I hate it.
You hate it? Well,
I hate this whole damn thing because it doesn't make any sense. If the idea is to build sympathy for the guy, why would he go out there and say, I need you to support my lifestyle. I need $100,000. Bullshit. No, you don't.
So he took a pay cut, is what he's telling everybody.
I don't think.
I think you misinterpreted it, Rick. It's not to get sympathy. I think it's to advance him as a heel. That's what they were leading us that way, that they're going to turn him babyface. But now he's back. He's scamming.
He's scamming and he's whining, like talking about, oh my God, I have to stay with my wife's parents. Come on, you know
what? Seriously, you know what would get him over?
What's that?
If Kenny Bowler went out to manage him, I tell you, they would be hitting you with real glass Coke bottles.
Well, that GoFundMe page would have been real if I was managing it for starters. It's been a lot more than $100,000 too, because we got a big life.
But I like the whole segment with him.
Well, maybe I'll go back and rewatch it. Maybe I'll go back and rewatch it.
What
I want to know is what I want to know is how did Dutch get back from Bombay, India so quick when they were celebrating with all the money I made them off last week's show? I heard you were there too, Ucho Cheapo.
I have been in my basement working all dang day today.
Why ain't that door open so you're getting the good internet?
I can't. I got kids sleeping. I can't be screaming about dumb Baron Corbin segments with little kids sleeping.
Well, I've been screaming about dumb Baron Corbin segments for 4 years, so I think you're entitled to a night or two.
Well,
they keep
okay,
giving them
Sid, back me up on this. We were really slamming Corbin up to this point.
Okay.
Because he was terrible.
Yeah.
He was horrible. At least this is 100% upgrade.
Yeah.
At least he's interested. And when he comes out there, he just looks so down on his luck. He's got that mustard stain on his shirt, and he wants people to, but he's scamming. So I think he's getting the best kind of heat.
He's fully invested in the character. He's getting the right reaction. And it's not the go away heat that he was getting before. Before, when he would talk, it would just be people trying to drown him out because they didn't want him on the screen. Now he's getting the reaction that he's actually trying to get. So this was one of the most effective Baron Corbin segments that I've seen in quite some time.
Just as I kicked into the show, guys, a hell of a thunderstorm just brewed up here right in downtown Louisville. And so if my internet goes out, I didn't bail on you, but we got a pretty good.
Why don't you pay your bill sometime, Kenny? That would help. Oh, I'm sorry. I love you, Kenny. I didn't mean to say that.
Let's move on to the women's tag team match tonight. Shotzi and Knox against Natty and Tamina, rematch of last week. I thought this matchup was a lot better than the one we saw last week. That's not saying much because the one we saw last week was not great at all. I thought Tegan was on fire in this matchup. They need some more tag teams, guys, because this was billed as a contender, a number one contenders match at first, and then I'm like, oh, cool, we're getting another tag team to go up against Knox and Shotzi. This is going to be great. And I'm like, oh, they're facing the tag team champions. Like, what are we doing? They broke up the only other team they had when they moved Mandy Rose to NXT this week. What are they? They need more teams. My God.
I was very impressed with Knox and Shotzi tonight. I got a good look at. I watched them on a 70-inch TV tonight instead of a 10-inch iPad, and that really brought a lot to it. And then you got the fans and everything. But I was impressed. I really was. I think there's money to be made there.
I thought that the fans did not that was the first time tonight where the fans didn't really react to someone like the entrance for Knox and Shotzi. I didn't think
that was down. That was I'm talking about their performance. I'm not talking about the particular crowd response. I thought their performance was good, and I really like Shotzi over the other girl.
Yeah, casuals don't know who they are yet, so that's part of it. The casual fans don't know who they are yet. The casual fans don't watch NXT. It's been that way for years. Diehards know who they are, so it's going to take time to build up, Tegan Knox and Shotzi Blackheart a little bit. But if they keep coming out with performances like this, that tank is enough to get them over. I love that they turned it into a T-shirt cannon tonight. I thought that was great.
My number one criticism here was I couldn't even pay attention to how good or bad the match was because, oh my God, Liv Morgan and Zelina Vega were awful on commentary. That was horrible to my ears.
Was it designed to be that bad? I thought it had to be designed to be that bad.
I think it was designed to be that
bad. That's a hard thing to pull off.
Yeah.
There's no way to practice that.
Nope.
You don't know what they're doing in the ring. You don't know what you're going to say when they do this. So I think they got through it. I think their point got across, but that was about it.
It was a lot at one time because they shoehorned two women's segments into one thing because they were time crunched probably, and they wanted to get this was all about Liv Morgan tonight. They wanted to see, I believe, to see how over Liv Morgan was. She's over, folks.
You know what? I think she's come a long way. Well, we're all in agreement there. I think she's way over from the last time I saw her. I was thoroughly impressed with her as well. I was expecting nothing and got the moon. I was very impressed with her performance tonight.
Yeah, it was kind of awkward at the end because Natalya stopped trying to lock in the sharpshooter with something that had nothing to do with what was going on. So it was a weird spot.
Yeah.
But, all right. So Knox and Shotzi get the win again. So I guess now they've earned a women's tag team title match. I don't understand why Natalya and Tina are just in Money in the Bank, even though they've been losing matches for the last several weeks. But whatever.
Who do you think will win the ladies Money in the Bank. Did they have that?
Yeah.
Who's going to win that one?
I'm not too confident in my pick from earlier now, Kenny, because I did go with Liv Morgan. And
you did.
She stood tall, so
or whoever beats her up in the back and takes her spot. Yeah,
that's what I'm hoping for now.
Prove I was paying attention this morning.
So my pick sounds good. I think that's what I need is that Liv Morgan gets attacked in the back. We continue, building up sympathy for her. Becky Lynch replaces her, and Becky Lynch wins this. I
don't see Becky showing up. I think it's too early. I don't think she'll be there. Me and Dutch talked about that a little bit last week about her baby still only 7 months old. I don't think she's ready to leave her kid yet.
I don't think she is either.
Yeah,
she's been backstage.
Not to go on the road.
She has been backstage.
Yeah,
she has been backstage. She's going to reportedly be backstage this week. That's not a surprise though, with her husband being there. So I mean, that's not a big thing. Being backstage a show. She was backstage at the Royal Rumble. She made a big joke out of it. How did you
like the tribute to Kenny Starmaker Bolin tonight with him wearing the stars all over that jacket? I think that was for me from talking about him earlier today. What I think.
There you go.
It could be. You never know.
Dutch,
never know.
To answer your question, it's kind of hard because I'm with Sid here. I don't think this is the final lineup. I think there is a surprise here. Whether it is because I was surprised we didn't see Sonya Deville tonight at all to kind of continue that build that's been going on with Liv.
Now that I would buy. If
I would not be surprised if Liv Morgan does get taken out to help build up that sympathy and keep getting people behind Liv. And Sonya intervenes and puts herself in that matchup. I would not be stunned if that happens. I wouldn't be surprised if either Natty or Tamina get taken out and somebody else replaces there. But right now, I think you got 3 real contenders with the people who are in the match. I think it's Nikki, I think Liv, and I think Alexa. I think those are your 3 that have the best shot of winning out of the 8 in the field currently.
Dutch, what's your opinion on Nikki, the superhero out of nowhere?
I haven't seen her. Not at this point.
Dutch is only paid to watch SmackDown, ladies.
No, I can't watch anything else because it will cloud my judgment.
Sid's way more into her than I am.
I've read about it, but I haven't seen it.
So, Kenny, you're not into the Nikki Ash angle?
Not an ounce. We've already had a superhero. That was Molly Holly. We had Hurricane Helms. We've done the superhero thing in my lifetime. Let me die before you do another one.
I think,
could be tomorrow.
Kenny, isn't that a little bit strong? Let you die before you see another one. I mean,
well, I don't know if I'm going to hang around to 135 like I heard somebody predict today. Oh, Dan DeVee Severin. I peeked in on Dan DeVee Severin. He said he's halfway through his life. He's 60-something years old. And I said, how old are you? And he said, I plan on living to be 125. I said, well, I don't. I don't think I'm going to make it that long.
I hope not. Man, Paul's got some bad takes in the live chat. I don't usually badmouth anybody watching us live. I appreciate everyone.
I blocked some people on my show, and I got some trollers following me tonight. They're a little irritated they were blocked from my show. We just ignore them and move on. That's all we do.
Oh, Sid, you don't want to.
Can you believe that, Dutch? There's people that actually don't like me. Can you believe that?
Hard to believe.
Big shock. Yeah, big shock.
So, Sid, you don't want Alexa Bliss to win Money in the Bank?
No, I don't want Alexa Bliss to win Money in the Bank because I think that she wouldn't even climb the ladder. She would summon it down to her and in her hands to win Money in the Bank. And
that would be the way to do it.
She's done the whole character very well. I'm not going to say that she hasn't performed the character very well, but some spooky character in front of these fans, it's not going to get over. It's not going to be fun for them. Even the
not like it does on monitors.
You don't remember Bray Wyatt being the most over guy in the entire effing company. You don't remember.
He got you, Sid.
Bray Wyatt, not Bray Wyatt Light or Bray Wyatt.
Undertaker throwing lightning bolts at people. It's been done.
It's not.
But have you noticed Alexa's superpowers have kind of dwindled the last few weeks? They're taking less off of that, less focus off of that. They are kind of.
Well, there probably is only so much you can do in front of a live audience, and maybe just toning it down to realize, hey, we can't do this live, so let's don't get them used to it.
They got rid of that all, Sid. What else do you want? Lily's gone, all right? The internet won. What else do you want?
I don't want her to win Money in the Bank. She's already won Money in the Bank, so I don't want to see her win it again.
I'm with Sid.
And I don't think Asuka needs it. I don't think there's any reason to give it to her.
Alexa doesn't need it. Asuka doesn't need it.
Nikki needs it.
Yes.
Nikki needs it.
I think Nikki's the winner. I do. I think
Really?
she has the most momentum. I think ride the lightning. Unless you got a big surprise in the wings, ride the lightning, put it on Nikki. Because
ride the lightning bug, I think you meant. Let's not call that lightning.
I'm just talking about momentum. I'm guaranteeing you that character will be over with the crowd. I am guaranteeing, especially the kids, that character will be over. I guarantee
I got some AMC investment money I might be wanting to put on the line there on that one. I don't normally only do safe bets, but that one seems pretty good to me.
It's only going to work if the booking is strong, though. It's only going to work if the booking is strong. So, you know what?
You're the guy that thinks Baron Corbin's a star. So anything you say, I'm taking the opposite.
If you use him correctly, not this.
They had 4 years. They've used him every which way but loose.
He kind of burnt you on that one, Rick.
Hey, all I know is that the men's Money in the Bank has 7 baby faces and 1 heel, and the 1 heel went over tonight. So
I didn't even pay any attention to that.
I think one of the 7 baby faces are going to win the men's Money in the Bank. So I don't see Nikki Cross, another baby face, winning the women's. It makes more sense for Selena Vega to get some momentum back since she's been out of the company for 6 months, come back in, win the Money in the Bank, and she has a ready-made story with Bianca Belair. That makes a lot more sense to me than Nikki Ash winning. Just my perspective.
So what story does she have with Bianca Belair? Didn't they have a match before?
That was Bianca's first feud on the main roster, and Bianca beat her like 4 times in a row, and she's never beaten Bianca Belair. So have the Money in the Bank, and she can be like the dark cloud over Bianca. Like, I'm going to finally beat you when I cash in Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that.
I'm happy she's back, but I wouldn't throw her right. The last time we saw her, she was in the title picture, and she lost pretty handily. I wouldn't throw her immediately right back. She hasn't even won a damn match yet, Sid. She hasn't even won.
She beat. Oh no, she didn't. But
got him.
That's why she's got to win. That's how they book the Money in the Bank winners before they. I've said this before.
Okay, who are you picking, Rick?
I'm going with Nikki. Right now, I'm going with Nikki.
To be fair, though, Rick did interview Nikki Ash. You could check that out on the Sportskeeda Wrestling YouTube channel right now. So he's a little biased. He is a little biased.
I'm not a little biased.
Payola, maybe.
I picked Nikki before. I said on Monday, before I even found out I was talking to her, that I think Nikki was the winner right
Kenny,
then.
who you picking? I like your screensaver, Kenny.
Well, yeah, my main man JJ Arwood, who's in here tonight, designed that for me. That is Starkedia for those of you that might be on a screen small enough to have trouble. That's Starkedia. We've kind of changed the name just a little bit. Starkedia.
Okay,
your boy JJ Corbin had potential, by the way.
Oh, he's an idiot. What's he know? God, man, it's a hard pick. It really is, because I would obviously be for Asuka, but I don't think she needs it. I'm going to go with Asuka. What the hell? At least she's not a babyface. At least she's not a babyface.
Liv Morgan
7
is in
baby faces in the men's one. My God, what? Yes. Why would you do that, Dutch?
6.
You've been an agent. You booked. Why would you do that?
It's 6 baby faces, but it's still 6 baby faces.
Well, 6 is almost 7.
Exactly.
Who's counting?
I forgot John Morrison, to be fair.
Yeah, Johnny Drip.
Right, okay.
Johnny Drip,
Valley Wrestling boy. I like John. I'd love to see one of the OVW boys get it.
I would love to see Johnny Drip win, but I don't see it happening.
I'll say this much. I'll be happy with either Liv or Nikki winning, but I still think Nikki right now is winning, because I agree with Paul. I think Liv is getting screwed out on Sunday. I think she'll have an opportunity to win it, or she's going to get taken out beforehand, and I think she is going to get screwed. And I kind of hope she does, because while I'd be happy for Liv to win the match, I want to see a program with her and Sonya first. I really do. I want to see Sonya Deville back in the ring, so I'm hoping.
Well, what about this? What if she wins it and then Sonya Deville finds a reason she can't have it?
Takes it away from her?
Or she screws her out of it somehow.
I would be fine with that, too.
Well, okay.
I would be fine.
Dutch, do you have a reason off the top of your head?
Oh, she doesn't like her.
Well, no, she don't like her.
Yeah, it's been a slow build, a slow burn with those two. Again, that's why I was kind of surprised that we didn't see Sonya on there. Dave thinks that Sonya is going to win the match.
But even though she didn't like her, she put her in the match.
She did. Well, she had no choice. That Bailey injury caused kind of a massive ripple effect about what they were going to do. I would have been very interested to see how the women's Money in the Bank ladder match was supposed to shake out without the Bayley injury. Bayley goes down. She's out for 9 months now. And so that gave us our women's title match tonight. Leads me perfect right into there. Bianca Belair versus Carmella. Not much of a reaction for Carmella tonight, but Bianca got a reaction.
But they did have a good match.
Oh, yes, they did.
They had a great match. But the one thing that Bianca did that surprised me, she threw a drop kick that looked like crap. And she does all this other stuff, and I don't know why she
I know what you're talking about. She looked a little too close. It was like she was too close to come out.
It's like a one-legged drop kick.
Yeah.
I know.
It looked like one of my drop kicks. I mean, it's horrible. But
and I'm not.
You know, now that you mentioned it, Dutch, I think I can count on one hand how many drop kicks I saw Dutch Mantell throw.
That wasn't in my repertoire.
Of course, I didn't go to all the house shows. You might have snuck some in.
I had a lot of moves, but holes. But one of them was a punch.
Yeah.
The other was a kick. So
you knew
I had a varied attack. Really, I did.
And I think Bianca Belair needs to realize her drop kicks never look good. And I'm a Bianca Belair fan. She does a lot of great things. Gorilla presses, that vertical suplex that she does is beautiful.
Hey, I did
got a lot of stuff that looks good.
Yeah. What did Carmella lock in on her?
Guillotine. I was just about to bring that up. The guillotine.
She had it locked in. Then it looked like, she reversed it, and it's almost like a double guillotine.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good spot there. It really was.
She picks her up and then lifts her up, does the standing suplex afterwards. I thought that was really great. I put that in my notes as well. Bianca does get the win tonight, which I think was the right call. For the fact that we aren't going to get an I Quit match between Bayley and Bianca, last second replacement, you could have done a lot worse than what they did tonight. And I thought
you might want to throw up the Lewis comment there. Dutch has a very big history in Puerto Rico, and he's giving a shout out to Dutch Mantell there.
You cut out on me, so do it again. What'd you say?
We got Lewis here. Hi to Dutch Mantell from Puerto Rico. You got good stories there. Nothing but respect for you, sir. Hashtag we the people.
Do I have stories from Puerto Rico? Like almost death stories when they tried to kill me and chase me out of the buildings and threw rocks at me and hit me and punched me. And I had to go to 2 hospitals one night, but for 2 separate injuries.
God.
One was a cut over my eye and the other was a cut underneath my eye. Had to go
done
to 2
by a
hospitals.
wrestler or the fans?
The fans.
That figures. Yeah. I remember you had some serious heat down there.
One guy grabbed me one time, and Carlos Colon was in the ring, and he was choking the crap out of me. And Carlos, he was just looking at me.
Oh,
geez.
Does Dutch have a thunderstorm too?
His internet's been doing that all night tonight.
Yeah, it has been.
Just open the door. Just fix it right up.
It's my neighbor. He changed his password.
How dare he?
And I hate that. And
I'd go over and just beat his ass.
Give me the password and don't be an asshole about it. So he did. So what was the match?
If Dutch came to my door and wanted the password, I'd give it to him. I just want to make the record straight on that.
I think
Kenny, what's your password? Here you go, sir.
Dutch, I think the match of the night was the opener, and that's because I wanted more. I wanted the closer to be longer. They had the closer.
I noticed that too. I think they ran long a little bit, but what they did at the end was perfect. I thought.
Yeah,
I get it in there and get it out.
I didn't like taking the L in this one, but he did take a stomp off of a ladder, so it is what it is. But I love Kevin Owens in this spot with the fans back. He comes down here, he stuns Baron Corbin because he doesn't give an F about him, and then he's like, you know what? The fans are here. I'm gonna find something really effing high and jump off of it because that's Kevin Owens does, and I respect the hell out of that man for it.
That move, I've never seen him do that move, but I've heard a lot of
the frog splash. It was weird to watch him drop the elbow tonight.
Yeah.
Well, he made an impression tonight. That helped make the show too. But anyway, tonight I'm gonna grade the show. I'm gonna give it a 9 tonight. And I hardly ever give it anything a 9.
I was actually in the 8.5 range myself, and a lot of it just probably just due to the excitement of seeing people back in the building again.
Yeah, that definitely up my ranking as well. But
you could tell the wrestlers were feeding off from it, male and
what
female
do you think,
alike, especially Roman.
What do you think the numbers will be tonight when the ratings come in?
Well, I heard that AEW beat Raw this week. I'm not so sure that SmackDown might not beat both of them.
Oh yeah,
I think it's a good possibility.
SmackDown's got a better show.
Yeah.
I think.
And plus it's digestible. 3 hours of Raw is, especially with it's hard to watch. That's why I quit doing the watch alongs. If I ever do another one, it'll be the last hour, and hope there's some good stuff in it. SmackDown and AEW are at least digestible. You can do that 2 hours, and it's not that bad. But I thought SmackDown was definitely solid. I was definitely an 8.5 on that for sure. Dutch gives it a 9. What do you two got?
What do you say, Rick?
7.5.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm just
because little Corbin didn't get the spot you wanted him to have, so you go all the way down to a little 7.
That whole segment was crap, and it definitely brought it down. There were some things about the show I just didn't like tonight, things that didn't make sense. But I'm and Sid, I think you're in agreement with me on this one. If it wasn't for the crowd tonight, I don't know how we would be sitting here talking about whether this was a good show or not.
Yeah, this was like a 6.5 without the fans, but with the fans, I think I'm able to bump it up to an 8.
So the two career wrestling guys give it an 8.5 and a 9, and then you got Pete and Earl up here.
I give it an 8. I
heard 6.5 come out of your mouth.
Without the fans, it's a 6.5. It's the same show that we see every single week.
Well, without the fans, it's always going to be lower. You got to have the fans.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to perform in front of monitors either.
But I think some people like Rick were expecting them to give us a little bit more tonight. Like we got Finn Balor coming back. We had a hot opener, but outside of that, was this really?
Now, how long has Finn Balor been gone? Because I forgot he was even on the roster, and that was a hot segment. The fans were into that.
We haven't seen him since he lost his rematch with Karrion Kross in NXT, so that was
been a while.
It's been a couple months, been a few months at least.
Have we figured out yet why Sasha Banks is on the shelf?
I think she'll be back
next week.
Maybe next week in Cleveland, because Bianca needs a challenger now.
And we have live audiences. It'd be nice to put somebody out there that people
care
about.
I would be very happy if Sasha Banks makes her return next week, because I'll be there in Cleveland.
She ain't coming to Cleveland. Sasha Banks, you need to have her at the hip hop show in Miami.
Yeah, you're probably right. I'll get John Cena. Fine.
That would be good. That would be good.
Get John Cena in Cleveland. It'll be fine.
Okay, let me ask you something, guys. Next Friday, they're having 2 shows.
Yeah,
it's a simulcast.
I heard that, and okay. That's something different.
Yeah, so they're doing
a closed circuit TV, and you did WrestleMania in 5 cities or whatever the hell they did.
Yeah, so they're doing a couple of matches, I think, in Miami, because there's a hip hop festival going on down there. So they're doing, they're putting wrestling, trying to get a new audience in there and everything like that. So they're going to do a couple of matches there, and then majority of it's going to be up in Cleveland.
Okay, all right. Well, that's different.
Dropping in and out.
Yeah, we know.
Well, the thing is that I think you need to call out the neighbor. Let's get a name. You probably got an address,
Jim,
and maybe some visitation needs to be given.
Jim, there goes Jim.
Cough up the damn password.
Jim says, "Give Sasha the belt." Are we ready to see Bianca's title run come to an end already? I'm not.
No, I'm not ready for that. Yeah, you're ready already? Okay, all right. No, I'm okay with Bianca.
She needs a good heel to keep her elevated.
Well, I was one of the first people to go on Twitter and say how highly I thought of her. I hear in honor of me, she now goes by Bianca Bolinair, is what I heard.
Oh.
Change her name just for you.
So that's what I heard. It's a rumor. I think I started it, but it's a good rumor. Bianca Bolinair. I like it.
I do like the name.
You can work with that.
Yeah.
Oh, and the other thing, when I saw her coming out with her entrance, I said, has anybody seen poor Dutch? Poor Dutch just keeps fading out. Has anybody seen her with her hair down? What does she look like? And then they show her winning the award and her hair was down. What a beautiful head of hair. I'd wear it like that.
Oh, by the way, I did love Pat McAfee tonight saying that the winning an SB doesn't mean a damn thing. I laughed so hard at that.
He did say that. He did say that.
It does.
I think all 3 of you are higher on McAfee than I am. I think he's too animated for a color guy.
Well, I kind of agree with his statement.
I love it.
I can't denounce the statement, no doubt.
Do you agree with that?
But I think all 3 of y'all really like
God,
it. Right?
that was the best statement that Pat McAfee said, because I see people on Twitter like, oh, they won the ESPY for best WWE moment. That means that their main event means more than Ronda and Becky and Charlotte. No, it doesn't. They paid for that award. They were gonna give it to somebody.
Didn't you get hot at me today for bad mouthing on the early show? You know, I do all the shows these days.
Yes, because if it wasn't for Ronda Rousey, WWE would have never put women in the main event. I've said it once, I'll say it again, and I'll die on that hill, and I don't care what anybody says. But last year at the SPIII, I think that
I'll come to your funeral. That helps.
Kofi Kingston winning at WrestleMania 35, great moment, but it did not mean more than Roman Reigns coming back from leukemia. Roman Reigns coming back from leukemia should have won the best WWE moment last year, not Kofi. Yeah, and I'm a Kofi fan, but that just is what it is. I think overcoming a disease is more.
I just don't buy Kofi whipping anybody's ass. I think me and Dutch come from the school. Do we buy anybody whipping anybody's ass? And I don't buy Kofi whipping anybody, not even me or Dutch. Just stay out of our kitchen because you ain't getting any food.
So Xavier is what's his name? The other kid and
the trombone kid, Xavier Woods.
Xavier didn't he end up beating?
Yeah, he beat Lashley on Monday.
Yeah, Lashley. What was that finish?
That's a sin against humanity.
That was the old inside cradle, the deadliest move in all of professional wrestling.
Oh, it is.
I thought the schoolboy was, but maybe only in Memphis.
A cradle, a roll up, whatever. It's all the same thing in its basic point.
Neither one of those two. We covered this on the early show today, the AM edition. We covered it. Neither one of those two got a right even stepping in the ring with Bobby Lashley, and any human being think they got a shot at beating him, unless Big E gets in there and helps them. Then I give them a shot.
I was disappointed in the Houston crowd for not singing Nakamura's song louder. They should have been louder for Nakamura.
Okay, first off, timeout. One, you couldn't hear a damn thing over Boog's guitar.
Also,
there was one there. And two, when they stopped the music, the crowd was ready to go. And
Wasn't they now? They were.
And then before they gave him a chance to go, they hit Rollins' music. I'm like,
yeah, we got like one bar. They didn't really give him a chance to do anything. We got like one bar.
They ran late, so they were trying to like speed things up.
Yeah, that could be.
Next week, if the crowd is going to sing, it's like Jericho's music in AEW. The crowd loves to sing that after it closes off. They want to do the same thing with Nakamura. Effing let them do it.
Hey, all I know is that if this was in New York, we would have sang the Nakamura song over Seth Rollins' corny theme. That's what we would have done.
I'd like to have seen that. Someone singing their song over the other guy's song. I'd pay to see that. I'd pull out $5.
Question for you guys. Who do you think is going to benefit the most from the live audience?
What do you mean?
So like somebody who's standing right now might not be where it should be, but is going to benefit greatly from the fact that they're so over.
To my opinion, obviously Shinsuke, because that entrance was built for the crowd.
Yeah,
especially as a babyface. I know he's not babyface right now, but so Shinsuke is going to benefit. Dutch, who you got?
I'm thinking Toni Storm.
Okay,
I like her. I mean, I don't know anything about that girl.
Yeah,
but they've been promoting her for a couple of weeks. She's an athlete and a good-looking girl.
Yeah,
and she may be.
I must have missed that segment. I'm gonna have to go take a look at that. I did not see that.
Is your name Toni Storm or Tori Storm?
Toni Toni.
Toni.
They did a little vignette to tease that she's debuting next week.
I saw a short vignette, but my dogs had to go out and I missed it, and I didn't get a chance to rewind and take a look at it because I was doing my own show, promoting this show, bringing you all the big numbers tonight.
Sid, I'm interested to hear who you think is going to benefit the most.
Based off of tonight from the backstage segment where he talked and he got a huge reaction, and then when he came out, he got a huge reaction. I'm going to say Big E. Big E just felt like a star from the moment he came on the screen with Paul Heyman. And I like the fact they did that little tease with Paul Heyman because that's been something that's building on talking smack, but never on SmackDown proper show. So it makes me feel more confident in Big E potentially winning Money in the Bank on Sunday.
I've always wondered how Dutch maintained that thing, and there it is right there. Just yeah.
He's got a story with Bobby Lashley, and now he has some type of story going on with Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns.
I would love for Big E to win Money in the Bank, and then Bobby Lashley to decimate Kofi Kingston, and then that's how Big E gets involved and steps up to Lashley. But I don't think we're going to get that, because the rumors are they're just going to bring in effing Goldberg and have him face Bobby Lashley, because you had Goldberg who couldn't beat Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre couldn't beat Lashley, so let's bring in Goldberg to beat Lashley. Makes perfect sense.
Drew McIntyre, another OVW boy. He's one of the 3 that we got in that Money in the Bank.
Don't be surprised if he wins Money in the Bank on Sunday, by the way.
Oh, God,
I could see it. I could see it. Judge, what do you think of the Dutch? What do you think of the Claymore? What do you think of Claymore?
I like the Claymore.
You like the Claymore?
I like it.
They yell it on my show when they want me to block somebody stupid. They yell Claymore. It's over with my fan base. Both of them.
I like his move.
I don't
But
want
the thing about this, let's say, I would pick Edge. I think because he's already over. People really like him.
He's over.
And
we talked about that today.
You can get heat on Edge. You can get sympathy on Edge. I don't know how much you can get sympathy on Big E. See what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It only helps the heel if they feel something for the person that's on the receiving end of it.
Dutch, if you don't mind me asking, how old were you and Jerry when you all were at the top of your feud in Memphis? Lawler, I guess, in his mid-20s, maybe late 20s at best. How old were you at that time?
9.
He's it's child abuse. What Lawler was doing.
I started early.
Child abuse.
No, I was older than that. I was about 30.
About 30. We were talking about that today. About it is time to get one of these younger stars over. I mean, because you can bring in The Rock or Stone Cold or Edge or The Undertaker or hell, even you or Jerry Lawler come down the ramp. You're going to get a bigger pop than any of the new guys they got now. Other than Roman, who is ready to take the throne? If Cena, Cena's not, like they say, if Cena ain't climbing no damn ladder, and he's making movies right now.
And that's what, I said the same thing at the beginning of the show. Yes, you're going to bring in these guys like John Cena and Goldberg and whomever, and even Edge to a certain extent for a big SummerSlam push to get the cat back. That's great. But at the same time, you have to build up somebody else back at the same time.
Go right ahead. So to me, Edge, and don't blame me for going long tonight. I was in full agreement then that whenever y'all wanted. Dutch's neighbor is being a bitch and not keeping the internet signal going. I thought Dutch was going to beat him up is where I thought he was going.
Well, his dog was barking.
Oh, you're kidding me. So not only will he not give you the proper password, he sicks his dogs on you.
No, he abuses dogs. I hate that.
Oh, no.
And you ain't gone over there and beat his ass yet?
Well, he's about 6'8".
Oh.
All the cops.
And he didn't really abuse them that badly.
But me and not that bad. Me and you together are 12 feet tall, though. You got to look at it that way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think we can all agree that I think SmackDown was one of their better efforts, despite Rick, the party pooper, giving it a 6.5.
Yeah. It's recorded. It's documented.
You know what?
Check the tape. I said 7.5. Sid said 6.5 without.
You said 7. Yeah, you said 7.5. Sid said 6.5, and then threw in a stipulation that wasn't even necessary.
And then I said wants to change this.
They don't pay attention. They don't listen to us. They don't want to listen to the young guys. They don't want to listen to a damn thing we say.
And why would we? You've proven tonight. Why would we? And Absolutely. I got a little bone to pick with you there, you cheapo. I show up here with this beautiful head of hair at age 61. I noticed you covered your mop up tonight. You didn't even want to compete with me tonight.
Well, I was cheering for my
Look boys. At me and Dutch, man. Full head of hair.
I was
60 years old plus.
Hey, Sid's got a full head of hair. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. I mean,
that's painted on with a Sharpie. That's painted on with a Sharpie. Don't tell me that's real hair. That's a chia pet.
Sid, you gave it a 6.5.
Without fans, it's an 8 with fans. The episode I gave.
Okay, so the lowest was Rick.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. He would be the lowest. But I didn't see any fans work any matches tonight. Did you? I didn't see. Maybe. Did Jericho get attacked tonight too? I didn't see it.
Here's news for everybody. Rick wants to change his last name to Meltzer.
Well, I know somebody he'll be big time over with if he does. If he changes it to that name, he'll be big over with that guy. Unbelievable.
Hell no. Oh, by the way, one person who I'm hoping will benefit from the live crowd is Cesaro. Dude got a big pop tonight before that match that wasn't really a match.
I've been waiting for him to get the big pop. He's a good, like me and Dutch said last week, there's something that just ain't connecting with the people. I don't know. And me and Dutch both said, we don't know what it is. I'm a career manager. Dutch has done his fair share of managing. We don't even know what it is that gets Cesaro over. I hope it happens. He's a good guy.
I mean, I liked him when he was his push is over.
Another OVW boy. Just keep dreaming those OVW boys.
He's going to get destroyed by Otis, which will help make Otis look great because Cesaro still has, some cred there and is a tough SOB. But yeah, I don't see a feud with him and Otis ending well for him at all.
And by the way, Sid wrote me a personal inbox message today threatening me if this show went long. I got kids bowling. I got twins. I can't afford to be doing these 9-hour podcasts with you on here. So I'm just letting everybody know it ain't my fault.
Between Sid's kids and Dutch's internet, I think we should probably just go ahead and
I mean, with Dutch's neighbor beating his dog and Sid probably smacking those kids around to keep them quiet,
Whoa. Don't give me that. Don't give me that.
All right, it's a joke.
All I will say,
bad one.
All I will say,
I am for Dutch beating his neighbor's ass, though. I'm in on that. I don't like anybody being mean to dogs.
I was very sad that Cesaro went for the Universal title, the main event at WrestleMania Backlash, to now feuding with the Alpha Academy. It feels like a fall from grace for me. It feels like
it was that. That's totally what it was. It was. Hey,
and again, Dutch Mantell beat up a 14-year-old Indian. So who's he going to defend? Huh?
You did. You remember that?
I do remember. Little Chewy.
Hey, Jerry Lawler was in on it too.
He was.
So was David Schultz.
Good.
He's at 14, and we almost died for him.
Well, let me, for the record, state, Your Honor, Dutch never beat that little kid up by himself. He had help. Whatever. That
doesn't make you any more innocent. Kenny, where can people follow you? And I know you do a bunch of shows and everything like that.
I do a lot of shows. Did 107 in a row recently. Just go youtube.com/The Bowling Alley. We like for you to watch on YouTube. We like for you to donate too. Thanks to all my many fans in here tonight who were threatened with their lives if they donated and sent money over to Bombay. They don't need the money. I need the money. So don't be sending it over there. And just, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, anything I'm attached to. It's Starmaker Bowling. Make it nice and easy to find me. Dutch found me. Of course, he wanted me to pay him the money I owed.
Yeah,
that's what you got going on.
At Twitter, Dirty D Mantell, or on Facebook, or Gmail, Dirty Dutch Mantell with 2 L's at Gmail.
And Sid, I know you got your show coming up tomorrow.
Yes, you can find us over at True Hill Heat YouTube channel. We're going live at 11 a.m. Eastern time with True.
I'm not doing another one. I'm not doing another 11 a.m. show.
You're fine. True Hill Heat 134. We're gonna have Jeremy Lambert of Fightful as our special guest. We're gonna be
all right. I'll go ahead and do the show. You need a name. We're gonna
preview it Slammiversary as well as Money in the Bank, talking about the rest of the wrestling world, AEW Fighter Fest, SmackDown tonight, everything in between. And you can find me on Twitter at True.
I'll be there at 9:00.
There you go. You can find me on Twitter at TrueHillSP3 and check out the previews, the Slammiversary preview with Steven Jensen that I did yesterday. And this morning I had Kenny as well as Phil Lindsay with the Money in the Bank preview. So
do me a favor and say hello to the lovely kids for me that you're not smacking around. I want to make that clear. He's not that I know of.
All right. Again, guys, I got 3 interviews up on the Sportskeeda Wrestling YouTube channel right now with Johnny Gargano, with Nikki Ash, and with Natalia. Please make sure to check all those out there. Also, make sure to follow me on Twitter at Rick Ucchino right there. The pinned post. If you're in the greater Cincinnati area, you have an opportunity to win 2 tickets to the September 27th edition of Raw at the Heritage Bank Center in Cincinnati. All the directions are right there on my Twitter page. Right there, the pin.
Well, if I drive up there, will you just take me as your VIP, your +1, and just get us some front row seats right behind the announcers?
I mean, I got seats. I don't know where they're at. But
well, then trust me, you don't have the good ones if you don't know where they're at.
I haven't.
You got the Mark seats.
Frankly,
you got the Mark
I don't even know where I'm sitting in Cleveland yet, so I got to make sure I figure out where that is.
At Old Gund Arena, I take it.
Which reminds me, guys, I will be on the show next week, but I will be remotely. I will be doing the man on the scene. So Sid will be in the Captain Kirk swivel chair next week. Dirty Dutch Mantell will be here, and I'm maybe Kenny will just hijack the show again. We'll see. Who knows?
Why can't I have the Captain Kirk chair? What's wrong with me?
Where is the show from next week?
Cleveland.
And Miami.
I'm making a 4.5 hour drive up to watch 2 matches on a TV screen. I'm very happy about that. I'm very thrilled about that.
Damn.
Sheesh.
Okay. Better you than us. Dutch, you want to Dutch, maybe if Dutch comes back. Dutch, you want to head up from Florida and just pick me up here in Louisville and we'll ride up and see 2 matches on a big TV with him?
Well, we could. We could just attack Rick while we're there because his biased behavior toward us.
Yeah, I'm all in on
Look at the
that.
screen now, guys. Look at the screen. SP3 is up there. Star Maker bowling with the asterisk in front of it. But
Yeah.
I'm just Dutch.
Dutch. Yeah, Dutch.
Dutch.
Your
Don't put-
name.
yeah.
Just put
I'd be pissed about that too.
That'd take everybody.
Well, I
to
think
me.
when the big man revealed that you stole all my money that we made last week and went to Bombay and was on a yacht with him, I think they're trying to slap you down by not even giving you your rightful Twitter name.
Dutch, you can't blame me for that. You're the one who types in your display name.
Oh, is that it?
Oh, so now you're saying he's old and senile.
But you didn't tell me that. It says, what name do you want? I just put down Dutch. So if I don't know, see, he's withheld information.
Yeah. You got himself over. You notice that. You got himself over.
Ignorance is beautiful, and don't help anybody out when they're destroying themselves.
And I just say I'm 61 and I forget stuff. So, I've always got an out.
SP3 just has SP3 there.
Yeah, I do. I don't have my Twitter.
Like he's a big deal. Just SP. He doesn't even have to have a name. Just SP3.
Yeah.
Be like me being KB2
that's why
or
I
something.
have this. That's why I have this.
No, that's not. I like that. I don't even know how you do that.
I do like that.
Yeah.
I noticed that. Y'all got to teach me that trick. I'm on the StreamYard. I got the big network going over there, the bowling alley. I'd like to learn how to do that. I like that.
Yeah, so that's an overlay. So it's obviously, and it actually kind of works the way we have.
Okay. My guy Hazelwood can make that for me. I didn't realize.
All you need is a transparent background, and
all right. Hazelwood, get on that.
There's everybody's Twitter handles that's usually on the show. I just took it down so we could get Kenny on.
Oh, he just says Dutch Mantell now.
It's at Dirty.
At Dirty Dude.
Yeah, there it is. It's in there.
Oh,
yeah, I noticed that.
Oh,
see, but it doesn't mean anything now because I had to almost.
And appropriately, I'm Mr. Smack Talk.
That's what you are, and I'm
Mr. Smack Talk.
I'm SK.
And so everyone knows, Sportskeeda Wrestling's got plenty of Money in the Bank content coming up this weekend. We got trivia. We got a watch along with Cena and Punk. So there's a lot for you to enjoy. They're going to do a Money in the Bank post show. I'm going to be over on the Wrestle Talk podcast live during Money in the Bank. So watch that and cheer me on as I win the Jam in the Jar.
I'll always cheer you on. I'm your biggest fan.
I think we'll end this Texas Tornado match here, and
I think he's got one.
Everybody have a great.
Did I hear you two guys were fighting again?
Which two?
I don't know.
Sid and
we don't fight.
Mr. Cleveland,
Mr. Cleveland, Mr. Big TV.
We have spirited debates.
Natty, all right. I'm just driving up to enemy territory. We don't fight. We just have gentlemanly disagreements. That's all it is. We nothing but love, even though we don't agree on a damn thing.
Nothing but love out here.
Kenny, this is what we need to do. We need them to have a debate. We moderate it and then decide a winner.
Decide a winner. Unbiased, of course. Unbiased.
Of course.
Hey, Sportskeeda Wrestling. That's your new podcast. Pay us more money.
Yeah, pay us. Well, I thought that's what you were going to say. You said Sportskeeda has lots of money, and then you followed it up with I thought you meant to pay me in Dutch with to keep us coming on this show.
No, we're the ones having the debate. We all got to get paid.
You guys get paid?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
All right, cut the feed.
Oh, boy.
I'd like to speak to the manager, please.
Yeah, my internet's going out. I think my neighbor's dog is biting a cat or something.
We're going through a